All right, welcome back, YouTube family and friends, to day 4 of Keto Diet. Day 4. Can you believe it? Day number 4. And you're probably wondering, what is he going through? What's the changes? Is he doing anything? Yes, I'm changing. Believe it or not, the swelling in my belly is going downward. Look at you, the facial structure. You're starting to see it's becoming more prominent now. See, the chin is sticking out a little bit more. The gobbler is gone gliding away. So what I'm doing today is, first of all, before we get started, hey, hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. Okay? Because it's all about staying in touch. Let me stay in touch with you. Stay in touch with me. Shoot. You could talk to me. You could send me a message. You could send me an email. Hey, you know what? If you're even feeling froggy, I'll even let you send me buy me a coffee or a PayPal. I don't care. I'm not going to stop you. Hey, nonetheless, but what I'm doing today I'm actually going to prepare some ground beef for future meals. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here I'm making, it's about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. All I'm doing is just cooking it, and then I'm going to put it in a container, and then once it cools, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I will tell you this, never, ever, ever, ever put hot food in the refrigerator. You're probably wondering why. Well, because hot food will spoil faster. Little trick I learned from my mother. And I learned that years ago when I was a little kid, and my mom, she made bean soup, and she would always tell me, don't ever put hot food in the refrigerator. Well, I tested mom's theory, and she was right. The next day, the food was spoiled, rotten. You could smell it. So, take a deep breath, people, because, food costs money today, unless you're a farmer, and you're growing your own and you're sustaining yourself. There's 2 people that eat real well in the world. Farmers, because they have first access, first choice, and then you have chefs. Why chefs? Or anybody that works in the kitchen. Well, because they're the ones that prepare the meals. That's right. And you ever heard of the term of eating your mistakes? Please send it back, because nobody's going to throw it away. It's going to go to somebody that's going to eat it. Trust me. I've actually seen that in the back end. So before anybody tries to tell you, oh, we just throw it away, you lie. Maybe you do. Maybe you're deceiving others. Maybe you're not. I don't care. That's not my problem. My point is, the people that work in the kitchen and farmers, they eat. They eat first. Doesn't matter. Even if there's leftovers, hey, guess who's eating them? That's right, the people in the kitchen. Nothing goes to waste. You better believe it. So I'm going to get our seasoning out for this. I didn't do it, so I'm going to turn the heat down real low, slow down the cooking process. And I'm going to go up there in the cabinet. Let's see. Oh, yes. No, we're not using this. Don't ask. We're going to get the garlic out. We're going to get the onion powder out. That's sufficient. I don't need the salt. I don't need the black pepper. Just these 2 are sufficient. So let's open this up and let's get started here. I'll open this. You watch. And I will give it some seasoning. I'm going to throw some onion powder. Yeah, that's right. I looked at it. Why? Because I want to make sure that's what it is. Okay, there we go. That's sufficient. Next thing is going to be the garlic powder. Now all I'm doing is prepping this. I have a plan. I want to make a cheeseburger omelet. Okay? So you're probably wondering, just exactly what is a cheeseburger omelet? Well, scrambled eggs, cooked into an omelet style. You put the hamburger in, you put the cheese in. That's a cheeseburger omelet. So this here is just going to be straight seasoned ground beef that I'm going to use for the future. And I have about 4 pounds of it right here. So I'm not cooking all of it. I'm just going to cook this. And then I'm gonna, like I said, put it in this container right here. Real simple. Let it cool, and then I'll have it available for when I'm ready to make the cheeseburger omelet. Which, you know, I'm anticipating I might do for this video, since it's what I got my mind set on. So yes, I'll tell you something else. Cooking hamburger, pay attention, okay? Again, look at the heat. You don't need to have the heat on, you know, laser beam, you know, extreme hot. Turn the ground beef, rotate it around a little bit, you know. It's okay, you know. Today I'm holding the camera though by hand. Why? Because I want to give you a little more justice in what you're seeing. You know, I want you to get a little more up close. Or far back if you want. And oh, by the way, say hello, hello, Hope. Hope. Hello, everybody. Hello, see me? I'm gonna help today. She's such a good chef. Sous chef, that is. Sometimes she'll tell me what to do, and then I have to back her off and tell her, look, you're impeding on my space, man. Go sit down somewhere. Now, since she knows that we're almost done making the hamburger, she smells it, and she's waiting for that opportunity. Please drop a mullet, just a little morsel. Listen, people, I give her, I treat her well. She eats her dog food, and on occasion, not all the time, on occasion, I will give her, you know, some bacon or an egg, or, you know, something else, you know, like a hamburger, if, you know, which, you know, is okay. So, okay, so this is almost done. We're going to let this just cook it out, and I'm going to tell you, it's starting to show. I'm actually noticing the difference in my midsection, and as you can see in my face here, see the outline of my face. I hope this section here starts to go down. I'm just tired of looking at it. And look at my eyes. You see under my eyes, before I used to have swollen eyes right underneath here, right under here. And I noticed, actually I'll tell you, I've noticed this before. When I stopped drinking Coca-Cola and I started incorporating more water into my system, the body is flushing out the toxins, and I'm actually feeling so much better about myself. My energy level is much higher. I have, you know, my sleep, you know, without the caffeine, I'm actually, my ability to sleep, a deeper sleep is better. The sugar, how do you say it? The sugar and the caffeine, the body is feeling a little bit, but you know what? It's almost over. I got a few more days to get through, and I should be, the worst of it should be behind me, and that's what I believe. So I'm gonna finish up this hamburger here. I'm gonna prepare this, so later on today I'm gonna make a cheeseburger omelet. So just wanted to show you the prep is going on. Today's video, hamburger cheese, no, let's call it cheeseburger omelet. Yeah, boy. Because hey, who doesn't like a good cheeseburger? If you're not eating cheese because you say, oh, I just don't eat dairy, I'm just so afraid of eating dairy. Shut up. All right, grow up, get some chin hair on you, and eat some cheese. It's not going to kill you. All right? You know, there's far worse that could kill you than eating some cheese. Sure is. But for those of you who say, but I'm lactose intolerant, I got issues. Maybe you have more issues than just being lactose intolerant. You ever thought about that? You can call me Dr. Phil if you want to, or you can just call me Doctor. Hey, I'll hear your problems. I'll give you my answer. You may not like what I have to say at this point in my life. I don't care. I don't care if you like the truth. Truth is good. Truth will set you free. Truth will make you a better person. You know, hey, I've heard truth a lot in my life, and I'm not sorry that some people literally told me the truth. I'm glad they did, because it changes you. It's what molds your personality. Now, if you're such a rockhead that you're not willing to take constructive criticism or guidance, then you're a failure. You're a failure in life. If you can't take constructive criticism, something that's going to make you better, help make you better as an individual in society, then you have real issues. These people that protest, they're idiots. This is America. Even in Germany, even in UK, you people, we all have great countries. Why do we insist on letting this wicked, evil nonsense expand into our countries? I'll never understand. But until we start standing up and pushing back and saying, that's enough, children, go to your room, they're just going to keep throwing their tantrums. So, what can I tell you? Anyway, let me show you how the progress of the beef. Back to what we're doing here. So, it's almost done. We got a few little pink spots here. We're going to get this taken care of. Let it brown up. Look at that. Look at that, baby. Ain't that awesome? Yeah, it is. Just like that. Look. And, oh, so by the way, sometimes hamburger, when it cooks, even if it's like pork or whatever, you want to break it up because you don't want it in big chunks, You want to be able to use it in a consistent way. So that's it. Look, hey, look, it's all done. Now we're going to turn the heat off. That's it. That is literally all we got to do. So that's our hamburger. And come back later. When we come back later, I'm gonna make a cheeseburger omelet. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. So now we're going to make our omelet, our cheeseburger omelet. What do we need? Let's show you. We're gonna need a little butter, some butter, 2 eggs, a bowl, 3 slices of cheese, and the hamburger that I cooked earlier. Remember? So here it is. So I'm going to take the 2 eggs, put them in this bowl, whisk them up, and I'm going to prepare them for the frying pan. And you're going to need a spatula. No, I don't need to add any ingredients to it because remember, we seasoned the hamburger already, so we don't need to add any more seasoning. That's done. Don't need salt, pepper, don't need none of that stuff. We seasoned the ground beef. So let me put the eggs scrambled up, and then I'll bring it back. And we're going to put it in that pan with a slice of butter. All right, so be right back. Okay, so we finished our omelet. Beautiful. Took it out of the pan, got it on the plate, nice white plate. Got it on a nice white plate. Got the sous chef here. So that was pretty easy. Just 2 eggs, scrambled. Put it in the pan with some butter, some hamburger, some American cheese, cooked it together, folded it over, and then put it on the plate. It's ready to go. Real simple. So, and that the cook time took I would say maybe about 15 minutes. So that's including the hamburger, but I came back to make the omelet, so that's cool. And the omelet literally took 5 minutes. All right. Well, hey, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Love you all. And please hit that like and subscribe and that notification bell. And I'll be preparing tomorrow's video. That'll be day 5. Can you believe we're going into day 5? Life is fleeting, going by fast. So join me, will you? Hey, if you have any suggestions, comments, or whatever, please leave them down in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer your questions if you should have any, or read your suggestions if you also should have any. Thank you so much. Peace. Stay blessed.